Good morning and welcome back to Guernsey Shipwrecks. I'm JP Falaise and today we're going diving. Where are we going diving though? I don't know yet. Probably, I don't know, maybe scalloping. Do a bit of scalloping over here somewhere. And I want to go down to the cement wreck hopefully. Fingers crossed, I haven't dived a cement wreck in a long time. And I've dived it a lot, but it's just it's a brilliant wreck. There's loads of stuff on it, loads of stuff to see. And every time you go on it, at different times of year, it changes itself. So towards this end of the year, there'll be some fish on it, fingers crossed. It's going to be quite cold. I reckon the water temperature is still 11. That's what it told us on Thursday night when we done the shore dive at Chue. If you haven't seen that video, go back and watch that one. It was a cracker, loads of gillhead bream. And then today we're going to just be going scalloping. Got to earn some money for fuel for the boat. There's the boat. We're going out on Sylvia K, one of Richard Keen's vessels. That's his dive boat. His other one's Margaret K, named after his two daughters, Sylvia and Margaret. It's very quiet today. Not mega early, 8:30 in the morning. It's one of them nice, really nice, crisp mornings. Look at the visibility, it shows how cold it is. You can see Sark really easy. You can see Jersey, and Jersey almost looks like it's rising up off the horizon, especially towards the end here. Corbière. Look at the sea. Awesome. Almost like oil. You can see all the trees have lost their leaves now. It's gone past being autumn, it feels like winter now. If you're wondering what that thing is, that's like a World War II German bunker. I think they used to use it for fuel. And all the boats just starting to come out the marina. So we better hurry up because I could see the boys there. And there's Matt and Paul out the back of the van. Thinking, where the hell's JP? We better be going. So let's go diving.
Minimum. Okay, well,
cold start. Oh yeah, cold start. That was clear. Good old Ford engines. Loads of divers going out. There's a boat in front of us. There's a boat over there. And then there's our tatty old thing. Is that, who's that? Brown dolphins. That's a weird name. I think it's blue dolphins.
welcome back to everybody. We are now on the seabed, and this location is very, very silty. And the scallops are okay size, but they're quite hard to find. Every so often you find a big boulder in the middle of nowhere. These do us a bit of favour, these things. It means people can't trawl in this area. It's a bit too shallow in to be trawling anyway. There's actually limits for that sort of stuff. So, having a good old look around. You see the debris from these storms. These little bits of seaweed laying everywhere on the seabed. Eventually they'll rot away, get eaten by something. Plenty of scallops. We did have high hopes of decent visibility for this week. 2 reasons. One, well, we had good viz on the west coast on the Chue dive, and 2, when the winds are in the east they normally tend to clear the waters. Don't look like it's done a very good job here, to be honest. Not mega silty, but quite dark, considering I'm only at 16-17 metres. Quite a nice amount of scallops around here. Basically I'm finding them in smallish sort of beds, so every couple of square metres I might get a few, and then I'll go across the seabed a bit further and then it would go dry again. Tend to find 3 or 4 in one sort of area at a time. I already know that Matt's gone down past through this area because I've seen traces of his bag where it's been scraping across the sand, and also some bits of pottery that have been picked up, looked at and then dropped back down again. It's amazing how cold it feels when it looks cold, if that makes sense. So when the water's greeny blue like this, it kind of makes you feel cold. Albeit it's probably warmer in the water than it is out of the water at the moment, with the water being 11 degrees and on the surface being 4 degrees. Put a bit of wind chill in that and you're probably around about 2 degrees. This is the issue when you come across an area and there's loads of scallops, you've silted it up. So now I'm basically just using my hands to feel around the seabed, try and memorise where I seen it before the sandstorm started. I think that's about my lot for today. I'm going to start heading back up. Done alright. Not bad, considering I was filming. The problem with these bags is they start to try and swim out when you're on the surface. If you got too many in there, they will always try and swim past you.
Looks like everyone else has done alright.
Kept out of the way of that thing anyway.
90, eh?
Kept out of the way of that.
Oh yeah. 90.
100.
Oh, there's 100 in there.
Exactly.
Another 100 in there.
Yeah, about that.
And then Paul's, and then mine. So we should do the 4 crates this morning. Should do the 4 crates. $150.
187.
187, that's not bad. I reckon I've got, 100. Yeah, let's get him sorted. Right, let's get these sorted, because we need to get that shot line and the anchor into a shipwreck. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I didn't do the 100. 90. 90.
90?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
You count some of balls?
Yeah.
That's good.
They got counted 3 times if there's summer balls. Yeah. You counted his, I counted his, and he counted his own. Not bad for a half hour dive.
He said,
So we're back on the useful Andron again, aka the cement wreck. And somehow I've managed to get the other two to do the shot game. Not a horrible job, but you just kind of waste some of your dive tying in. And unfortunately the shipwreck's falling apart so rapidly now, you've got to tie it in somewhere nice and strong. Basically don't want to cause any more damage. So the viz, again, very, very poor. Don't want to turn your lights on and you can't leave them off. It's the conger that comes out to say hello. I don't want to get too close. Don't know why, they seem a bit more devious when the visibility's bad. Check this out, a spiny starfish. Looks like it's got some good camo on. Looks nice and rusty. These are the winches that were for the derrick, and this is the derrick base. And this round pipe that's sticking out, this is because it was Dutch, it used to go under bridges, so they used to be able to pull down the derricks to reduce the height of them. And hidden inside, you get a decent sized cock crab. This is a shanker or brown edible crab. It's a decent size. It's going to be 10 inches across. Look at it compared to my hand. Nice eating crab. But I'm not here to take you today. So you get to live for one more day till another diver comes down and probably grabs you. This is a red mullet. Looks like the koi carp of the sea. Really nice colours. Bloodshot red and yellow eyes. Some of them have horizontal lines, 3 or 4 horizontal yellow lines. I reckon these are the best looking fish in the sea. Oh, watch your head. You don't want to be swimming off inside the shipwreck. Especially this part's very unstable now. Look at these little things. Not quite sure what they are. Here we have a pink sea fan. As I've mentioned before, these don't really grow as a fan in Guernsey because the tides are all over the shop. So you can see this one's more of a, more of a, like a tree I suppose. You can see the tide coming through the side of the gunnel now this way, but next to it on the left you can see that grid. That was a scupper. That's the grill to stop people getting washed out. Never stick your head in a dark hole. You never know what's in there. Here's that huge conger. This is the one we gave that massive salmon head to. Look at it, it's covered in fine sand. Silt, I suppose. It's exactly the same thing that's in the water. Oh, you can see here, look, there's been some damage. This was one of the pipes that congers used to live in. Someone smashed it apart now. Probably an anchor or someone fishing on the wreck. That's the unfortunate thing. They don't realise they're doing it, but they are actually damaging the wreck. Plenty of smaller fish that go unnoticed on this wreck. But these little ones here. They're probably gold cine wrasse. Ah, there's the other divers. Wonder where they got to. This is Paul. Wonder where Matt is. Can't be too far behind him. Up onto the stern and look down through the holes. It can be quite scary sometimes because your torches cast shadows as they go over these members. It almost looks like something inside the shipwreck's coming out towards you. Really is a shame that the vis has been so bad on this shipwreck. Because the vis is bad, it's blocking sunlight out going down to this depth. That's why it's dark as well. We make the most of it. Let's see if anyone's in here. This is starting to unsilt now. This always used to be full of silt. Now because the sides have come off, it seems to be washing out and you can see more inside. Here you can see the bags of cement. Still got their shape. It's getting close to the end of my dive with 1 minute left. It's the problem with doing a scallop dive for half an hour and then 20-minute surface interval. Surface intervals are the time between one dive and another. As you're on the surface, you're off-gassing. I like to take my time coming back to the surface. I don't spend too much time in the deeper parts of the dive, but more so from the 12 metres upwards. I mean, there's no rush. Our normal rule is the last one on the line holds on to the buff and passes the buff up to the person that's on the boat, and they'll retrieve the shot. Here comes a shot back to the surface. Love having the winch. Imagine pulling this by hand after a dive. Quite an easy way to get a bend.
Heading back over here. I think we're going to do Richard's pots now. I tell you, you cleared the decks for Richard's pots.
Yeah. Just want to go back into the cafe.
Yeah. Hot coffee. Hot chocolate. That's a beast. That one looks old.
Let's get warm in there.
Have you ever noticed the windows through there, Matt? Look,
Yeah.
on the archway.
Yeah. That's where the stores are, right? What do you mean it is now? We've been given it. Has it been there a while, is it? No, they're doing pots down Friday. Ah, right. You know where it is. Empty to me. Bloody hell, they're epic.
Full of concrete.
One spoiler crab. Dennis didn't put him in the right place.
Oh, that's why.
That's it,
The crab of Fosse, he's got to be in the right place.
There's a fucking lively old spider on the cement, right? Lobster.
Lobster.
3 lobsters.
Lobbo with a wobbo.
3 lobsters?
Are you going to go any higher than 3 lobsters? Oh yeah, there's one on top of the netting as well, look. Oh. And on top, Richard, there's one on top.
Yeah.
Oh, not bad. And there's the other one just on there. Ah.
Dennis, me please.
Yeah, Dennis is going to get a feed. It had 3, yeah, had 3.
Fish.
Male. Oh, you dare. You dare. It's a male as well.
4 lobsters.
Pass that one over, Matt. Oh, they're all male.
Male as well.
Yeah. That's the problem with the heads, they're like triangles. They don't like to hold in there. Slippery triangles.
Captain Skipper. Oh, poor Richard. Dennis gets all the lobsters, Richard gets a crab.
What did Richard have? Just one crab. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at it, Paul. Shanker. Paying out the pots. A truce of 3. Gonna have a look at these granite windows that have been blocked up. Where are they? There's one here.
Oh yeah.
There's one there.
There's one.
That's what I meant.
Oh yeah, 2. 1, 2.
Yeah, one there.
And one next to it.
And one there. Pretty cool, eh?
Probably never load.
I'll dive a driver, it'll be alright. It's got 3 lobsters to eat. Peace and quiet. Well, thanks for taking us out, Richard.
My pleasure.
You coming for a coffee?
Nice to be out, sunny day.
It is. How long are they going to last?